Welcome, everyone. This is Araceli, wealth advisor and real estate investor in the US and Canada. Today, I have a very special guest, Cody Fontenot, and he's coming from Louisiana. And what it's important is that you'll see his very diverse background. He's gone from aircraft mechanic, he's a veteran, he's done sales, and he has a coaching company. And he's going to tell you more in detail about it. Cody, welcome, and please tell me who you are, what are you doing, and how it is your piece in the real estate arena.
Yes, ma'am. That's a very big question. I'll start the process of it now. First, I was a veteran. That's what I did after high school. Once I got out of the military, I became a pharmacist. I have my doctorates in that. Then I moved on to something called Grant Cardone 10X. I don't know if you know what that is, but I became a 10X licensee. And that's really what got me started in the business side of things and in the real estate side of things. Now, to become the licensee, you have to spend a bunch of money and a bunch of time. Perfect. Got the licensee. What that did is that sped up the pace of my knowledge. So now I have a much better groundwork, much better firm groundwork to start on. The idea is make money in business, take the money, put it into real estate to live a passive real estate investment future. The whole point is I want to supplement my income to the point that I overtake my income to the point that now everything I do can be just very easy. There's no more struggle with finances.
Well, thank you very much for pointing that out because, there's a lot of programs out there, everything that they make it look like you can just have money right away if you start investing in real estate. And it doesn't work that way. It just takes a little bit more time and a lot of planning. And like you said, take the money that you're investing or that you're earning from your job and take it and put it into real estate so it grows for the future. And then you can start collecting some passive income. Okay. So that leads me into what you're doing exactly with the real estate space.
Perfect. I can answer that really easy. What I do is I network with the professionals that have kind of large deals. Think apartments, like 100 unit, 200 unit apartment deals. And what they need, if they find a really good deal, is they need a lot of money. What that money does is that's called a capital raise. That money is capital that you bring to the bank, so the bank gives you the loan. That's perfect. What you're trying to do is keep it under an LTV, that's a loan to value of under 65%. So if you're looking at a $10 million property, you want to finance about 6.5 million, and you want to have 3.5 million in cash to secure that debt. What I do is I reach out to my friends and acquaintances who are investors. We look at the deal, we scrutinize the deal. More importantly, we scrutinize the team. And if everything is perfect and every dot is dotted and every I dotted and T is crossed, everything is done, then we invest. And the way that we invest is we wire money into an account. That account is controlled by the general partners, the GPs of the deal, because it's a syndicated deal. And then they go secure the loan, get the property, actively manage the property. Two things happen after that. Number one, you get a huge tax deduction in your passive income, huge, because of things called the cost segregation study, the bonus depreciation, and other things that I just don't have time to go into right now. Second thing is, one of my favorites, is you get cash flow. You get to sit down and have money coming in every month or every 3 months, depending how the deal is structured, until they sell the deal. And then if you want a bonus, number three, when you sell the deal, you get your big payout right there. With that big payout, then you just do several deals again, and you just continue to grow. I did the math on this. The math will be in those slides that I'm going to hand you. It's as long as you're committed to it, in 20 years, you can completely change your family legacy. And that's what I'm about.
Okay, so that is actually sounds fantastic. But there was a lot of things that you said right now that the majority of people, especially people that are new to the real estate, don't really quite understand. Now,
let's break it down.
Okay, exactly. Let's break it down.
Most people were like me in the beginning. When I think real estate, I think buy a house in my neighborhood or buy a house in my city. right? That's kind of the limit of my imagination.
Mhm.
I didn't even know that regular people can buy apartment buildings. I had no idea. So that is step one of real estate. And there's good things about it. I'd never knock that. Go for it. If that's your thing, go for it. Pace Morby, do you know who he is?
Yeah.
Pace Morby. If follow him, he's an excellent instructor on how to do that properly. If you want to flip houses, great. Be careful about flipping though, because flipping houses, you have to pay the taxes up front. So you don't get a lot of tax benefits. That's your start. When you start there and you figure out that, wow, this is a lot of effort to do this, to get these things, to find the deal, to secure the deal, to negotiate the deal, to close the deal. And the bad thing is you've only closed one deal with one unit, one single family home. If you do it 100 times, just think how the pain of doing that 100 times. But if you do the same thing and you buy one apartment with 100 units in one investment, you got 100 units. That's called the economies of scale. And that's why apartments are so fantastic for investments.
Yeah, but at the same time, you make it look so easy, right? Which is actually great because we don't want to make it this complicated. However, if the regular person out there wants to do this, what part do you play into this? Like you said, you mentioned an LLP. What is that? What is the function of it? And are you part of it? Do they have to become part of it? How do they, you know, interlace with all of these?
Yes, ma'am. Understand your question. And I'll break it into two pieces. Number one, the LTV is terminology. That's loan to value. Don't worry too much about that. That's just one of the secret sauce things that we use to identify which deals are good and which deals are bad. By the way, here's a little tip for you. 3% of deals are worth getting into. 3%.
I know that for sure.
So you really have to do your vetting and your due diligence before you even consider a deal. Now, I'll tell you what your people need to know and what I am. If they're starting out, it's very, very difficult to enter this world because you have to go to networking events. You have to go to masterminds and webinars and this, that, and the other, and you have to really get acquainted with the people. Then at that point, you'll start to know who is doing deals and who's not. Then you can get paired up. Now, this is a lot of time. And who has time nowadays? Nobody has time.
No.
That's where I come in. I go to the networking events. I go to the masterminds and do the webinars, and I'm the professional. And what my job is I link the business professional or the medical professional with the real estate professional. I'm the go-between. I'm the link. So the guys who are buying the big deals, they get me to go and find the people who have money, who are looking to park their money and don't trust Wall Street. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but Wall Street kind of hit or miss. Real estate is more significant and it's more continuous and it's more stable. And one of my favorite things about real estate is it's an uncorrelated market. So if the stocks go down, that doesn't mean that the apartment's going to go down.
Absolutely. So, well, that is one of the things that a lot of people don't know because people have to live somewhere. So usually the real estate market is pretty stable when it comes down to not going to the dips that the stock market will see. And that's what I like it too, because that's exactly what it is. Houses don't go down quickly unless there is, a big issue, but it doesn't happen very often, especially now with the economy growing the way it's growing. Now, tell me, if somebody wants to become acquainted with more of the stuff that you do, is there anything that they can go see, go find out, or just do some research on it?
Absolutely. Now you're entering a host of different things, but I'll just leave it specific to me and my group. My group is called GFC Capital, and it's an acronym. I'll tell you what that means later. And what it is we are the guys who do everything. We're a turnkey operation. We bring the deals to you. The deals come pre-vetted. The teams are pre-vetted. Everything is done. The only thing we need from the investor is, yes, I like this deal, or no, I don't. And that's it. To get in touch with me, I'll give you my phone number, and that's my direct phone number. We might have to take that down if I get too many calls because my time is valuable.
Yeah.
One of the best ways to do it is I give an instructional course, and it's really easy. It's 10-minute videos, and there are 9 of them. So an hour and a half. In an hour and a half, you get a tremendous amount of information about passive investing in real estate. Tremendous amount. Now,
Okay.
we'll provide you with that link. It's how do you want to provide that link? Do we talk about it, or
We have that in the
Perfect.
comments, and we're going to have that as well on the screen so people can contact you. So when they open the to watch the video, they'll have a link to go to. So you don't have to worry about that to give the link, because I know sometimes we misspell things so people don't catch it correctly. So it'll be all in the link. But this is a very, very interesting. So tell me, what is it that people will get from watching those videos?
Those particular videos are set up to get someone who knows nothing about investing in real estate. And within 9 videos, you will know probably 70-75% of what you like, everything.
Wow.
So if you're just an investor, this is you don't need to go further. You have your information in an hour and a half in 9 10-minute videos.
Yeah.
But if you want to do the deals where you're the general partner and you want to be syndicated, this will get you started in the path, but this is only about 70-75% of the information. Then you need more information for that specialty.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I want to remind people, no matter what, because your 10-minute video are compressing a whole bunch of information for years that you've gone through. So
Yes.
of course you're going to say, what you know, but it's not the same to make it yours. So it is a good way to get started, right?
Yes,
Perfect.
ma'am.
So now, one thing that I wanted to tell you is that that I'm Canadian and I invest in the US. So would this work for a Canadian person?
Yes, ma'am. But the taxes will be structured differently.
Okay. So you would help with that? How does that work?
Yes, ma'am. What we do is we get you to sign up for an LLC. You have an American company. That American company is the one who's investing in the deal. And that way, the American company is the one who's paying the taxes and getting the tax depreciation.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I know how to do that so far. So that's great. So is there anything else that you would want to recommend the audience to get yourself, like if you can tell me a little bit about your story when it comes down to how did you decided to be this kind of connector? What made you get to this point and decided to be in real estate?
Yes, ma'am. I understand the question perfectly. It was a logical condition. As I'm coming up in the Grant Cardone industry and figuring out what business is, how to conduct businesses, and then he's a very huge proponent for real estate. So I went to his real estate seminars and really understood what real estate's all about. And again, I was blown away. I mean, I'm telling you, I had no clue that normal people can buy apartment buildings. No clue. And storage facilities and car washes and all these other things that are viable real estate products and assets. Then, as I started doing my business and started transitioning out of my W-2, I still hold a W-2, but I'm transitioning out more and more. I'm down to 1 day a week right now, so I can really focus on what my current projects are. And what brought me into this is I love people, and I love helping people. My name is Cody, and Cody means helpful. So one of the things that I help with is I get people who are good people who want to leave a legacy for their family. They worked hard for their money, but their money doesn't work hard for them. Perfect. We take the money that you worked hard for, we put it into a really well-sourced asset that's a real estate deal. That money goes to work for you. You sit back. You do nothing. It's passive. Truly, it's passive, not pretend passive. This is a truly passive incentive. And the reason that I wanted to do it is I want to help people. And to me, there's no better avenue than real estate. Andrew Carnegie has a quote, 90% of all millionaires get there by owning real estate. There's another 20 quotes just like it. Real estate doesn't go anywhere. If you try to buy a business, I promise you it's not going to be passive. Promise you.
But it's a lot of work to run a business for sure.
It's a lot of work to run a business. If you try to invest in a business, hey, great. You're going to get some capital gains taxes. Just be aware of that. It might go up. It might go down. You've heard buy the dip, but who says it's going to go back up?
Yeah.
I was there when, oh, what's their name? This is back in 2008, 2009. Lehman Brothers.
Okay.
Lehman, yeah, I was there for them. Their stock, they're a 136-year-old company at the time. Their stock was at $1. I was like, oh, this is the best ever. Let's buy the dip. Bought the dip. I didn't realize that it could go to zero.
Yeah.
Lehman went to zero. Lehman no longer exists. 136-year-old company gone.
Wow.
That's the problem with a business and stocks.
Yeah.
Real estate doesn't disappear.
That's correct. So that is one of the things that I try to teach my audience and the people that I work with, because it is very important to understand the difference. And I'm not going to say don't do investments in the stock market, but I think that you need to kind of go around, make sure that you secure it some other way. And I haven't seen any other investment that would pay the same type of returns that real estate does. So that is so fantastic. Is there anything else that you would give the audience advice on if they have not been able to get started, or maybe they're thinking about getting started?
Fear. Did you know that fear is an acronym? It means false evidence appearing real. That's fear. Let fear go. Do your due diligence. Get your education. Those 9 videos, I promise you, those 9 videos are sufficient. They will give you plenty of information, but get more. If you really want to do this, get in the game.
Yeah,
Stop the
absolutely.
fear.
I totally agree with you, because you know what? You cannot be good at something if you never get started. So my advice to everybody is that if you don't know, if you haven't found the niche that you want to get into real estate, and that's your desire, pick something. Pick a small, just a small step forward so you can go into that direction. And you quickly will know if that is the right thing for you. If not, then just course correct and go into a different direction until you find the right thing for you. So that is very, very good advice. Thank you, Cody, for saying that. And thank you for letting me know what Cody means. That's awesome. And we are here basically, and that this channel was created for that. And if you like this interview, please make sure that you subscribe so you can see other people talking about real estate, because here we want to provide a little bit of inspiration for you, because sometimes people that don't know where to go, they want to know, oh, this really resonates with me, so they can go in that path. And I really, really appreciate you, Cody, for being here and share with us your expertise and where you came from, because some people, might come from sort of the same background than you and don't know where to go. Like my background is in engineering, and I ended up here, right? Just seeking for some passive income and increase my wealth. So that is how we all kind of end up. I've seen, at least from where I stand, that a lot of people come from so many different backgrounds and they end up in real estate just because of the same reason. So,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
I haven't, as I said, I haven't found anything that would be better than working in real estate. I really love doing it. I do a lot of fix and flips, which is kind of like the starting point of real estate, and I love it. And I'm kind of wanting to move forward, and I'm definitely going to download those videos, check it out. And if you guys resonate with Cody said today and want to find out more about what he does, all his information is going to be in the comments. Please do mention that you found him here on The Wealth with Araceli, and let me know what is going on. Cody, any other final words that you have before we go?
Yes, ma'am. One more. The main purpose, the main driver for this, for me, is family legacy. You have a family. Don't you want to spend more time with them?
Absolutely. That's
If
one
you
of
have
the
grandkids,
yeah.
don't you want to spend more
Important.
time? That's number one, the grandkids. So real estate allows passive income, which allows you to take those trips or even just time with your family. And that's what the legacy is. And then here's the best part. Nobody's taught this. This is not something in school. This is not something that we're given. You have to go and actively get this information.
Mhm.
So if you're getting this information, that means that your kids will now have this information, which means they're going to be 20 years more advanced than you.
Yeah.
That changes family dynamics. That is the legacy that I'm trying to change.
Well, education is the best thing, but you need to do education plus apply what you learn, because looking and looking and looking is not going to do anything for you. So you need to apply what you learn.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
as you said, Cody, this education is not anywhere in any schools. I didn't get it, and I went to engineering school. So, and I'm sure you didn't get it, and most people haven't. All of these, you actually have to do it through coaches, networking, and opportunities as they come along. So I really do appreciate you, Cody. And we're going to be probably featuring you in the future. And I'm very looking forward to it. So thank you. I appreciate all the information. And I will make sure that all the audience have the link so they can download the 9 videos that you have to get them started so you can find out more about what you do.
Yes, ma'am.
So, thank you so much for being here, Cody. And we'll speak to you soon.
Thank you. You guys have a great day.